And welcome, everybody, to
The
the
politically
politically
incorrect.
incorrect tribe 2016 elections. I am Josh, otherwise known as the Avatar. That's the big pick thing. We got Coffee, we got Lotto and Queen, and Jason.
Hey.
How you doing?
And we are going to be talking about. Hey, we got 2 viewers. Sweet. Two viewers. We're going to be. We are going to be talking about the 2016 election, but we're going to be doing it in the politically incorrect style, and that would be, to fuck on it. But I just want to open the floor, and I think everybody has an equal thing here.
Personally, I wouldn't want to fuck either one of them, but that's just personal.
Well, it's either the lizard or the mouth that looks like a butthole. The orange butthole.
I thought that orange tan thing went out years ago.
Yeah, I don't know if that was ever actually in, but this be that Donald Trump has, billions of dollars, which I don't know if he does or not at this point. He would be able to afford a proper spray tan. That Oompa Loompa thing's not really working for me. And Hillary Clinton looks like a reptile, but
Well, yeah. Well, Hillary just.
She didn't 30 years ago. I remember meeting her during the when Bill Clinton was running, and she looked like a normal lady, and progressed to her age of 70, and she has that reptile thing going on.
Because she was lacking sex, man. Bill was getting it elsewhere.
Yeah, he's getting the intern. God, he picked some of the fucking nastiest interns. I will say that at least Donald Trump, when he grabs him by the pussy, he makes sure that they're pretty.
That's sexist. Hello. My name is Miranda. I am Tumblr SJW who wears a XXL sweatshirt and a flower crown. I just want to say I find your comments very sexist. This is not 1992 or the election of 1996. We are talking about 2016, you motherfuckers.
Just know your place before I grab you by the pussy.
Oh my god.
Hey, this is going to get this women's rights now. Come on, grabbing by girl by the pussy. Of course, I enjoy being grabbed by the pussy. That's just, that's just my thing.
Hey, when you're famous, you can pretty much do what you want. Just grab them by the pussy. They just let you. How that works. If they don't let you,
I want my coffee to go down my throat, not spew out everywhere.
Okay, without going into everybody's personal politics, I know I will go into my own personal politics. My personal politics is I am going to, if there's early voting in a lot of states right now, mine's one of them. I haven't voted. I will vote on Tuesday. But I am going to vote for Hillary Clinton. I just can't vote for Donald Trump. It's just one of those things. I live in Ohio, and we are a swing state. And it's one of those, okay, Hillary Clinton, yes, she is a crook. All politicians are. She's been a public servant for the last 30 years. She does some really fucked up shit. She lies. But she's not Donald Trump.
And the emails.
Oh, and the emails and fucking Benghazi, and I just start to think back into my mind, which president has not had something fucked up happen under their term or has been in public service? Maybe Jimmy Carter. I know there wasn't a bullet flown underneath his presidency, but in recent times, I look at the electoral map, and he has one road to becoming president. Hillary Clinton has multiple roads, so she's gonna win. I mean, it's just Trump. I mean, he's after this is all said and done, he can bitch and he can moan and he can go back to hosting The Apprentice. And hopefully that's where America just just washes away the filth of the 2016 election. I mean, you're going on 2 years, and I mean, for me, it just seems like they literally have been running for election for the last 2 years. The only thing that I'm slightly pissed off about is the Republican-controlled Congress and Senate is saying they won't fill a Supreme Court justice if Hillary Clinton's elected. It's like, wait, guys, that's like your job. Just do your fucking job. You put it off until Obama, and they're saying that precedent has been set before. Yeah, the precedent was 1845, and it was like a little under 2 years to where they didn't fill the 9th justice. So it's really not a strong precedent, and there's a reason it should be a 5-4. There's a reason it's an odd number on purpose. So just do your fucking job, Congress, or if you don't, there's a pretty good chance you'll get booted out of office too, because we have to have 9 Supreme Court justices. They originally set it out to say, well, let's just wait till the next president's in. And then as it seems like Hillary is going to win the presidency, it's like, oh, let's wait until it's the next Republican president. And it's like, nah, you can't do that. Cut you enough flack. Obama should have been able to appoint a Supreme Court justice by now. I mean, he is still president and has been president as long as Scalia passed away. And the person he did nominate for a justice was very, very moderate. And the Republicans, I don't know if it's just an anti-Obama thing or an anti-Democrat thing, but just fucking let's fill that spot. But that's just how I feel.
How do you feel, Jason?
Hello. I recently did my early voting here in Texas. And knowing my beautiful state, we are going to be red and red and red like a beautiful dress. But, of course, Travis County of Austin, Texas is going to be blue. Of course, we all know who I voted for because I'm not going to do my people like that. But then again,
you don't want the wall, man.
I know I don't want to look at the wall looking like...
the imaginary wall.
Yeah, imaginary wall. And then, of course, I paid attention to my city votings, and I did that as well. But, yeah, I'm ready to say it. I'm ready. Here we go.
Yeah.
I voted.
We have a Senate race, too, and I voted for Ted Strickland to be our senator, but I think Rob Portman is going to win. He's the Republican. But yeah, Ted Strickland used to be our governor.
I just picked names that sound good.
Ted Strickland used to be our governor, and he was a Democrat, but he was a pretty shitty governor. So he probably will be a pretty shitty senator. So I mean, I'll vote for him, but he's like losing by like 70-30 in the polls. And it's probably rightfully so. He was an ineffective governor.
I voted for Hillary. Oh, I can't say it.
He voted for Hillary. You can say it.
Yes, I voted for her. I voted for Hillary Clinton.
Just think about how dirty you would feel if you had to say you voted for Trump, though.
Oh no, she's gonna have you guys.
God. I'd be called a traitor, a sellout, a coon.
Oh no! She's gonna have you guys by the balls.
Balls. She might have my balls on the in a jar. Hey,
on the fireplace in my house.
She's gonna step on her heels.
Yeah, where the hell? And I'm just gonna. This has nothing to do with the election, but DG
is out job searching.
Yeah, all right.
You want me back? for a while because he's out job searching, guys.
My bad, my bad. Hello, Rabbi. We are talking about the 2016 election. Do you plan on voting? I'm not going to ask you who you're voting for, but do you plan on it?
I don't voting. Can anyone hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. I just want to make sure this works.
Yes, voting. I mean, I'm fine with people that have decided to abstain from voting, but I just think it's a good thing to vote. I've never missed
I
an election.
voted when I turned 18. I was all hype about it. I voted for Obama. That nigga became president again. I was like, okay, cool. I ain't even have to vote. That nigga became president. They don't need me.
Are you going to be voting?
Dude, I'm in a conundrum because I don't know either way.
I guess I'm gonna vote.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. Is I think Georgia's probably going to go Republican regardless.
I might go with you and go Faye.
Now, Coffee State, I think, is going to go Democrat. And I think even South Carolina might go Democrat. Now, that's going to be... Well, North Carolina has gone Democrat for Obama a couple times. But it was one of those where it always used to go Republican. So it's more of a swing state as well. But right now it's leaning Clinton.
It's not my state. What are you talking about?
Well, you live
My
there,
state's
so
Georgia.
it's your state.
Nuh-uh. My home state is Georgia.
You live there.
Georgia.
North Carolinian.
North
That's like Debbie, who couldn't figure out how to get in here. She lives in South Carolina, but I mean, her home state would be New York. But
this is my take on it.
She's a staunch.
I just want it to fucking be over.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's what it really comes down to. I'm hoping on Tuesday. Well, it won't just be Tuesday, but I mean, I'm hoping on Tuesday after the election comes to a close. And then when the inauguration happens, it's over. And of course, we're going to see things from President Clinton. I'm just going to throw that out there. But that's where I just want to, like, what it's supposed to be. She does her like State of the Union address and shit like that. And I don't want to give a fuck about who I'm voting for like,
I think we need to be paying more attention to the Senate than we need to be paying attention to the presidency. But this is just a personal opinion. The reason why I say this is they put so much, if you notice, every single election is the same year when the House of Representatives and the Senate is being voted for. But every time these votes come up, it's all focused in on the president. And we need to be more focused in our Senate because you have people who have been in the Senate for way too long.
Oh, I agree. I think there should be term limits, especially when it comes to the Senate and Congress.
Who was it? There's a friend of mine who put a list up on how long each one was.
It's 6 years for Senate, 2 years for Congress, for like a representative. So when you're like local, or it's whatever district your congressman represents, they literally get into office and they're already campaigning because they only have a 2 year. I mean, I kind of understand like 2 years isn't very long, so maybe that should be increased to like 4 years. So maybe our local representatives actually do something.
We have McCain, who served for 32 years, Shelby, 36 years, McConnell, 30 years, Cochran, 42 years, Durbin, 32 years, Grassley, I think that's how you pronounce his name, 34 years, Schumer, sorry.
No, I completely understand that. I think a lot of that lends to the fact that people don't vote in off-presidential year elections. And I think that people need to, understand that a lot of our congressmen and a lot of our senators, they run when the president doesn't run. They need to go out and vote in those off-presidential year elections.
Well, Congress limited a presidency to 2 terms, so stating that too much power for too long is a threat to our same should hold for our Senate and House of Representatives. But that's just a personal opinion.
No, it's again, I agree. I think that a term limit should be set not only on Congress and Senate, but even the Supreme Court. I don't, in the Supreme Court, lifelong appointees, I am not really cool with that.
It's just, gives them more power that, that they should have.
I agree. I definitely agree. I don't think that somebody like John McCain should be there for 32 years. I don't think there should be somebody that's been in for 36 years.
I have a real big beef with McCain right now.
McCain's a fucking weird ass.
McCain is, in my opinion, for somebody that served in the military as long as he did, to me is a traitor to this country when he sells off Native American land for profit.
And he seems to jump from whatever's the most popular issue. He'll jump from that to that to that, and it's just nah, man. Let's have somebody more decisive. I mean, Arizona. I think I'm not but Arizonians probably deserve somebody that's more decisive instead of just going and voting for the same person just because they've been your senator for so long. It's he's always been our senator.
Yeah, just too much power. But that's just a personal opinion. So.
Well, that's our congressman, he's been our congressman since early 2000, and before that, our congressman was in office for 20 years. It was just because he was a complete crook. He's only the second congressman that's ever been kicked out of Congress because he was a mafioso. So the guy, Tim Ryan, that took his place when he got voted in, he's been our congressman ever since. And he's not a bad congressman. It's just no opposition. He runs unopposed.
Yeah.
Because the area I live in won't vote a fucking, not even a Republican, let's just leave that part out, but won't even vote another Democrat into office.
Yeah. Well, right now, all the hype is focused in on the presidency, and it's taken away from the rest of the news that's going on around in the West.
Well, I've never been to that part of the world. I would like to visit.
Oh yeah.
I'll get there one day.
But I mean, we don't hear about anything unless you go out specifically looking for the news of what's going on in other countries.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't hit us, And right now, all the media, all the so-called media, is covering the election, and I don't know if any of y'all keep up on world news. Right now, there are 2 countries over in Europe that are, major powers that are about to hit a civil war.
Yeah, I do. Actually, one of the main news channels that I do watch is the BBC News because I find that the American news is too self-centered. Yeah. But even the BBC News, I mean, the eyes of the world are on this country for a good reason. This is a really odd fucking election. Granted, I don't think anything will change regardless of who gets elected. I don't think it's going to be the end of the world regardless.
No.
Hey, what's up, how's that job search going? Type in the chat 3 job searches you're going to do this week.
Is DG around?
Yes, he just texted me.
Oh, DG wants to join in. Let DG come in.
Man, you gotta let him join
DG,
in.
he's got to prove to me he's been looking for a job.
DG, if DG on the live show, if DG wants to join in, as long as his stuttering ass doesn't
banned. What the hell? You're not banned.
DG, bring your punk ass onto the live show. There's a link in there.
Stop being
You
scared.
gotta think about this ISIS thing.
Stop lurking in the shadows. Enjoy.
ISIS. What's going on with ISIS?
Oh,
They're planning on to, I guess, cause some terror during the election.
Oh yes.
I could see that.
I could see that too.
It'd be the perfect time. Regardless of who wins, I could think, why not? And it's pretty easy for them to do it in Europe right now. The Syrian refugees that flooded into Europe, they can pretty much strike at will now. If
Yeah.
the ones that are terrorists, I'm not going to paint a broad brush, but
Well, see,
there's
the thing is,
some radical Islam.
You know what I find funny is, the way the media makes ISIS sound like, don't get me wrong, they're a threat, but they're not that much of a threat to this country because we still have a right to bear arms.
Yeah, and we've taken in like the least amount of Syrian refugees out of any country.
Exactly. And there's enough people in this country that, one thing I will say, history has always repeated itself as far as, somebody attacks this country. One thing we do all do is we do come to where we stand together. New York is New York City is one of those cities that, there's always like internal wars going on with the gangs and, religious factions that are in New York. But when 9/11 has happened, that city came together really well and,
Oh yeah,
work together.
the country came together. It just came together, and unfortunately, there were some bad decisions made after the country came together.
Yeah,
It was
there was.
George Bush had so much political capital, and he could have taken the country in a really good direction, and he kind of chose the opposite.
Yeah. And that's one thing, and I hate that. What I hate about this election, it has divided this country in a lot of ways.
Terribly. I know.
I
I
mean,
personally, when I drive down the street and I see a Trump poster in front of somebody's house, I look at that house and say, "That's a bad person." Now, granted, I don't know if they're a bad person or not, but that's what I do. I do it on even a subconscious level. I'm like, the person that lives there is an asshole. Thanks for posting that you're a fucking asshole.
And it's gone vice versa too. I mean, it's the same thing with the Trump people. They look at Clinton and they're like, "Oh, we hate Clinton." They're going to think automatically. I don't hate Clinton. I think she's a traitor. Just my personal opinion, but that's what I think. And it's really just, you see so many people lately that have stopped talking to each other because of political bullshit.
Right.
I mean,
it's one of those things where I've had people drop me from Facebook because it's like, hey, come on, it's it's not because my political views differ from yours. It's not one of the like, let's end a friendship over it.
Yeah, I'm not going to sit here and say, okay, you're no longer my friend. I mean, well, you saw that I posted, okay, when this election is over, I'll come back and start replying to everybody, basically, is what I'm saying. I'm paraphrasing here. But until then, I'm not going to be on Facebook much.
Yeah, that would be like, I have Republican friends on, I wouldn't even say Republican, Trump supporters, because a lot of Republicans aren't voting for Trump. Just like some Democrats aren't voting for Hillary. But I have some Trump supporters as friends. It would be like me going and be like, "You're a Trump supporter. You're a bad person. I'm going to unfriend you and block you." No, I'm not going to do that. It's stupid.
Yeah,
I can look at their thing and be like, no, but I won't even comment.
People have to remember, this is the United States of America. We have a right to our opinions, and this is what freedom means: is being able to say what our opinions are, and not get. I don't know.
not get your fucking panties in a fucking twist because somebody has a different opinion from you.
Yeah. But that's neither here nor there. So, for people who want to vote, go vote. Be my guest. Just don't forget about the Senate, and don't forget that they're going to be rerunning again here in 2
2
years.
years.
2 years. Don't forget that shit. I mean, right now everybody's so focusing on the presidency, they forget we have another part of the government that's been running our government. Well, you know what I'm trying to say. You understand? I hope y'all.
Beyond that, I mean, just on a completely local level, I mean,
yeah,
your auditor, your treasurer, some people have mayoral races. It's, renewal levies, just levies to ask for more money. It's just vote. You don't want somebody casting. To me, if you don't want somebody casting a vote for you, especially when it comes to your local, you might want to, it's one of the things that I see when it's like 612 people have voted. It's like, well, then 612 people have made the decision for 50,000 because people didn't go out and vote. And it's like, that's not really the representative part of. I mean, I know we're a republic, but we're also a representative democracy, and that really doesn't live up to the representative democracy part when 612 people are deciding for 50,000 because 30,000 of those people were like, yeah, not gonna vote. I don't care what happens. It's like, if you want like your local roads to be fixed and things like that, you got to get out there and vote. I mean, at least do it on your city, your local level.
Yeah.
If you feel like abstaining from the presidential part, go ahead. But just saying, there's pros to going out and voting, at least on the local level.
But so what are y'all's opinions?
Yeah, this is feeling like a Coffee and Josh conversation.
I think this sucks.
Let's hear everybody else's opinion.
We're just waiting on Tara. We're here.
I really can't wait till the day. One day, there'll be an extra party that in which the candidate has to be elected in that third party. I've been seeing just two parties: it's Democrat, Republican, conservative.
Oh, you're talking about a third party. You want a third party to finally
Bernie. Where's Bernie?
We need. I would agree with that. I think that, well, the other two, and if you want to call them major parties, the Libertarian Party and the Green Party, I would like them to get as much media coverage as the Democratic and Republican parties, because there are other options out there, and they take like 1% of the vote. It's right now. They don't get the kind of coverage that they should be getting. Because, I mean, in truthfulness, I mean, there are some people that hold to libertarian ideals, and they think that they'll be throwing a vote away if they vote for, libertarian or the Green Party. And it's the same thing. It's like, I'll throw a vote away if I vote for the Green Party. I don't vote for Democrat or Republican. I mean, I probably fall more in line with the Green Party. I don't vote. I'm not going to vote for the Green Party because I'm checking the analytics, and they don't have a fucking chance. But I think that if they had more media coverage, that, at least to the point where they could be on the debates. That's kind of one of my things. It's like, put them on the debate stage. Give people a chance. Give people a choice.
Man, why Obama can't be the president still?
I know.
Yeah, at this point, if I could just vote Obama in for a third term, I would.
Yep.
Me too.
It's just one of those things. It's like, fuck, you know, I didn't vote for either of these candidates in the primary, and now I'm stuck with voting for one or two. Well, technically, I could vote Green Party or Libertarian, but Libertarians, they have some good parts. The parts that I don't agree with are like they don't think people should have driver's licenses and like blind people should be able to drive. It's like that's nuts. I can't vote for a party that has those kind of ideals. But
crazy. That's I don't know how that would work.
Right, a blind person driving.
That just doesn't make sense.
So don't take away the rights. It's like, well, some rights, you know, they have to be taken away.
Weed, you know what I'm saying? Legalize weed. I can't say it enough. Legalize weed, governments.
Yeah, well, that's the libertarian part that I agree with. It's like, yeah, the legalizing weed, you know, that's awesome.
Oh, we actually have a fan on right here, y'all. I just went to the live page. Number one, thank you for watching and being a fan of ours.
Oh, we have a fan?
Yes, he says, welcome back, guys. Been a fan since the beginning. While I was waiting for another video show, I've been trolling one of your former members.
Aw, love you.
Oh,
Thank you, fan. We love you.
oh my god, that's awesome.
Unless we find out that you are a former member fan, and then we will not love you anymore. But until then, give us a thumbs up.
But, you know, it's neither here nor there. I love everybody in this group. We all have different opinions on stuff. You know, we kind of always have, so. But
I don't think any of us like fully agree on anything, which is great.
Right.
But, you know, I'm not going to sit here and change my friendship because, you know, y'all have a different opinion.
Right.
It's petty. You know?
And it would be like, you know, if Jason, for example, no, I'm not even going to use Jason. DG, he's not in tonight, but DG voted for Trump in the primary. Yeah, I ragged on him. But I didn't say, you know what, DG, can't be friends with you anymore, man. You voted for fucking Trump. I don't think that I don't think it was probably in his best interest, especially for being an unemployed black male at 29. You know, he probably should want more of the social, like, safety net. But, you know, I don't think he really knows the art of voting. Sorry, DJ, I just don't think you do.
Well,
like, you probably want to vote for the candidate in your best interest.
Yeah. And if I were voting for the candidate in my best interest, it would not be Clinton. You know.
Yeah, it's one of those things, Coffee. If you had popped on and be like, I'm voting for Trump, I'd be like, hey, Coffee, okay, yeah, not brightest cookie in the box, but
I'm not voting.
I still love you.
You know, I'm not voting because neither one of the only thing, you know, here's my thing. Y'all are, you know, I'm a huge supporter of the military and the police force, mainly because I think we need it to a certain extent. I don't think that the police or government should abuse their powers, which a lot of them do. I will be the first to admit that there are those out there that do abuse their powers. Or their status, I should say. And Clinton, I cannot support Clinton because she wants to reduce our military even more. And I don't think that's a smart thing. We already have a weak military as it is. You should see all the fat asses that are in the military right now that need to be kicked out. But, you know, hey, that's just personal opinion.
Yeah, and the way just to take the opposite approach to that, I think we spend too much money on the military.
Yeah,
it's one of those things.
Yeah,
it's
just
fundamental disagreements.
It's one of those things. You're damned if you do. You're damned if you don't. You know.
Right.
So until the election's over with,
just make sure if you are going to vote on Tuesday, make sure to go out and vote on Tuesday. If you're not, don't bitch once the election's over. I mean, honestly, let's just fucking get this thing over with.
Yeah.
once it's over, and it's done with. And unfortunately, I may have to shake Hillary, ugly ass bitch.
Well, it just and there is a very, granted, albeit small, there's a small chance that it could be President Trump, and I will be like, God, but I'm not like moving out of the fucking country and saying I'm gonna move to Canada. I'll probably be like, fuck. Fuck Canada's right.
So hey, you know what I find funny? The ones that say, "Oh well, I'm going to move to Canada if Trump gets elected." Bye.
That's the same people are saying I'm going to move to Canada if Clinton gets elected. It's like, number one, the people that are saying this don't realize that you just can't move to fucking Canada. You're going to become an illegal immigrant in another country.
Oh my god!
Illegal immigrants. They're stealing.
And Canada's going to have to build a wall.
Yeah. No shit.
Gotta keep those fucking Americans out of here.
Speaking of Southern accents, oh my god, I saw a video on Facebook of like a KKK family burning the Mexican flag. And I just thought I didn't find it scary. I just found it funny because of their accents. I couldn't take them seriously. And the lady in the group was all like, "Watch out for the fire, honey."
Well, that's the whole thing with like the Ku Klux Klan is they are a laughable entity at this point. There's like 5,000 members, and they're all a bunch of shit-kicking hicks that are really just trying to cling on to what their membership was back in like the 1920s. It's a bunch of just like tired-ass fucking rednecks now. And I'm saying rednecks is not a broad stroke of just Southern people. I'm saying rednecks, and I mean that in a bad sense. Like, yeehaw, country boy can't survive. It's like, no. The clan's like dead, guys. I mean, just like abandon it. You can be white supremacists in another group that'll have you. But the Klan, I mean, it's not dead, but I mean, 5,000 members, it's like, that's not even enough to fill a fucking high school auditorium.
Oh my god. Easy, Tommy Sotomayor. Good lord. I didn't realize we have some current events.
Yeah. I would say Tommy Sotomayor, he could be a Klansman. I think they'd be happy to have him.
No, Josh, you're saying it wrong. Sodomizer.
Tammy Sodomizer.
Gotta make sure.
Check out my video where he blows the gasket.
I did. And if anybody else wants to check that out, they can pop on to a Black Queen.
That was GoFundMe hustle scam.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, tonight in the room we have the actors who played the Cookie Monster and Jamie with us. Give it a round of applause.
Josh is an actor.
And Josh played Oscar the Grouch.
Trash can.
the nigga in the trash can, Josh.
Miss
Like, push your button. It was not me. He was like, I don't care. He's a nigga.
Y'all, I'm hearing helicopters outside. I'm
I don't
scared.
even know who he was until you showed me right now.
I hear helicopters and airplanes all the time outside.
Tommy calling Queen a fat black bitch, and I was her nigga.
But I'm a fine black bitch.
Yeah, I'm white.
I was like, Tommy, you don't even know you sound stupid. She's not fat at all.
That's why I got on the video and made the video. I was like, nigga, I look good. Like, what the fuck?
That's why I can't stand y'all niggas with these fat black bitches.
I don't know. Last time I saw you on camera, I mean, Queen, I didn't think you were fat.
The weed.
Huh? Yeah, I'm fat.
I must be obese then.
I am obviously, I mean, very, very white. I guess I could be if I can have my nigger card for one day.
Your nigger.
Thanks, Tommy.
What can I do?
Much love. You're the Oh,
Tommy looked that.
You're Mr. Herbert.
Oh, no.
Hey, has anybody watched Howard Stern?
I used to listen to Howard Stern before he popped onto Sirius.
Yeah, me too.
Viewers, comment down below.
Have you ever saw the black dude named, what is it, like Beetlejuice or something like that?
Yeah. The dude with the fucked up teeth.
That's who Tommy looks like.
Yup.
Listen, Ronald hated Tammy from the jump. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was always like, man, who is this nigga?
He was so angry and sensitive and
had mommy issues. Didn't get no breast milk.
Yeah, he has female issues across the board.
Who? Tommy?
Yeah.
Tammy? Whatever his name is.
That's why there's that like
to me it's
thing going on.
Sodomizer.
It's the reason why many think that he might have like homosexual tendencies.
Girlfriend who was like 17 or 18, he started screwing her allegedly, and this nigga's like 40. Allegedly.
Midlife crisis.
Video coming soon, allegedly.
Allegedly, he may have sex with men and little girls. Allegedly.
Oh.
Allegedly, and he said he took a shower with his daughter. Allegedly.
Okay, that's wrong.
No, those are facts.
Wait, that one was a fact. He said he took it. He was taking showers with his kid until she was like.
And she asked about his pee-pee.
Yeah.
Was her mother
I don't think the mother really cares as long as she can sue for back child stuff like that. She lived with him until she was 7. So I mean, they were. I don't even want to think about how many times she was asking about his pee-pee in the shower.
I never took a shower with my dad, dog.
Ever.
Right? It's just one of those things. It's like, that's pretty weird sounding.
Me and my dad.
Oh my god.
I saw my dad naked one time and I was scarred forever. I was
underwear one time and I was like, oh shit. Like, I was like,
I've seen.
Sorry, Dad.
Oh,
fucked up.
Can anybody really just sit back and think about a time, unless they're, their dad was fucking with them or something like that, to where their dad was like, hey, you want to go take a shower?
Some sick people. Oh my goodness.
I'd really like to soap up your back.
A traumatic moment in her life too.
Oh yeah, I walked in on my parents having sex when I was like 12 years old. Sorry, Dad. They was looked like they was in a pressing position back then.
12.
That shit happened to me when I was. That shit happened to me when I was like 6 years old, and I remember just like
never experienced it.
Backing out slowly and closing the door as quietly as possible, not knowing what the fuck they were doing.
Listen, I just closed the door and walked out. When I got older, I was like, yeah, they was
Yep.
Making my sister. Yeah. My mom was pissed my dad.
I just
my mom, she had like, I need a new dress before they do it.
I saw rolling around and I was just like, yep. They're doing something that I am not supposed to be here for. I knew that much.
I'm gonna have to call it a night.
Yeah, I think we're probably going to end the show anyway.
Great.
But on a last thought thing, I just want to say, vote or not vote, come Tuesday, let this fucking shit be over with. Fuck. Anybody have any last thoughts they want to throw out?
Just remember, for everybody in the U.S., you are Americans. You have that right to vote or not to vote. If you don't vote, don't bitch. If you vote, don't bitch.
It's your prerogative.
Yeah, it's your prerogative. We have a right to our opinions. This is a free country. So,
Jason.
End of the free. Make America white again. I mean, make America great.
Make America white again.
Yeah.
Make America white again. The only white guy on the panel.
I can't wait to get my own drinking fountains, my own restaurants, my own movie theaters.
oh my
Let's
God.
segregate the shit out of this
Jason,
fucking
you're
country.
Mexican. You're the first one over the wall.
You're
Shut
with
the
us,
fuck
Jason.
up.
Sorry.
Oh
Wow.
my God.
Black.
I'm gonna have to
40.
go to the middle of the ocean if I have to go.
Yeah,
I
don't know where you going.
your slanty eyes. You got to be the fuck. Send you to the Orient. Maybe we'll put you on those little islands in Hawaii.
They go see the queen.
Oh man, fuck that shit. I'm going to Hawaii. I'll go live in paradise. Y'all fucking just sit here and stay.
Somewhere. You can cook.
Rabbi, you have a choice. You can either go back to Africa, or you can hang out in Israel.
I was just about to say he's probably gonna go to Israel.
Two choices for you, man.
Hey, what are you talking about, Josh? Your family's from England, right? UK.
Upon conquering this land,
Yeah, I don't think. No, we need to send your white ass.
Upon conquering this land, we assumed ownership of it.
No, fuck that shit. We're sending your ass back to the UK.
Hey, my final thoughts. Like Mari's final thoughts. These final thoughts. I just want to say, because I just had an epiphany. Dragon, I know you're watching. We love you. Couldn't hang with the big dogs. I'm sorry. DG, get a job, my nigga. Tommy, you don't got no job. You ain't got no job, bro.
Easy, get off my feet.
You can't continue to enable that bullshit. DG. You know you're watching. So they get big. They gonna laugh and pick at you. Be some real niggas with it. Go get a job.
Yes. I will say, and this is part of our democracy is DG being a moderator in one of Packer Girls' chats is not a job. So,
can't allow you to spread that Tommy Moran bullshit.
Do you have any last words there, Rabbi?
Yes. Rabbi.
Yes.
And Lotto.
Yep.
It's very important to pay close attention to not only on the surface of the political aspects, but what's also going on behind the scenes. Because it's like sports entertainment. You have that which is in front of you, the distraction. And so if you're so caught up in it, you can miss out on the other things going on.
That's very true from my man Rabbi. Everybody listen to those words. He is very correct. Lotto, last words.
DG, don't be a bum all your life, buddy.
Those are also very wise words.
It's from the heart, though. It's from the heart.
We will try to do another show next weekend, peoples.
Yeah, we'll try to start doing this more regularly again.
Vote Hillary.
I'm voting Hillary.
All right,
especially
everybody.
Since the actual election's gonna be over finally.
Grabbing and writing, and you know what?
Hey, Hillary's not grabbing anybody's coochie, so I'm cool.
Yeah.
Ew, I wouldn't want her grabbing my coochie. I can say that.
Hey, she had a fat ass like 30 years ago.
There's a lot of angry husbands. Trump ain't really watching. Ladies only on fatal attraction playing grabbing females in the pussy. Better watch it, Trump.
All right, thank you everybody for watching,
Ain't turned up.
joining, loving, thumbs up, thumbs down, like, share, subscribe.
Comment down below who you're voting for.
Definitely.
Yeah, put down in the thing if you're voting for Trump or you're voting for Clinton or if you're voting for one of the third parties.
We're gonna have a giveaway New Year's. We're gonna give away a T-shirt.
That giveaway is coming.
Wait a minute. Hey, who's funding this?
I have a giveaway.
We'll start GoFundMe.
Joshua, the white man.
I have had this giveaway, but we never really get any comments. So, comment. I will send you, if Trump wins, I will send you a Make Hillary Great Again. If Clinton wins, I will give you a Make Trump Great Again something. It'll be retarded. But anyway,
Hillary's a nasty woman shirt.
you'll get something. Put a fucking comment down. I don't care if it's bad or good. You can tell me, hey Josh, go fuck yourself.
Out there in TV land.
Okay, thanks, and everybody good?
Come back, Dave.
Yeah, come back, Dave. And good night. And hey, Neil.
Oh yeah, hey.
Where's Neil?